The Prime Minister of Malaysia now says Flight 370 was, quote, deliberately diverted and flew for at least another 6 hours after cutting off contact with the ground. 14 countries are now part of the search. 43 ships and 58 aircraft have been deployed. And now, 8 days later, investigators have finally searched the homes of the pilot and co-pilot to see what role, if any, they might have in this disappearance that only seems to grow more mysterious by the day. We have two reports tonight, starting with Seth Doane in Kuala Lumpur. Seth?
Good evening to you, Jim. Malaysia's Prime Minister arrived at this airport hotel today to offer new information about this investigation, which seems to be taking a criminal, more sinister turn. It was not an accident, Malaysia's Prime Minister Najib Razak told reporters today. Two of the communication systems on board Flight 370 were turned off apparently deliberately, one after the other. Then he confirmed that military radar had indeed picked up Flight 370 as it changed course and flew west over Malaysia before turning to the northwest.
These movements are consistent with deliberate action by someone on the plane.
Even though the main communication systems had been disabled, Najib said the plane continued to ping a satellite. The last signal from the plane came at 8:11 a.m., 7.5 hours after it took off.
Due to the type of satellite data, we are unable to confirm the precise location of the plane.
Where it went is the next part of the puzzle. The key questions as the search continues: which direction did the plane go? How far? And were pilots involved?
Despite media reports that the plane was hijacked, I wish to be very clear. We are still investigating all possibilities as to what caused MH370 to deviate from its original flight path.
Malaysia's Prime Minister said that the investigation will be refocusing on people on board the plane, including the pilots and the crew. And Jim, we understand from police here in Malaysia that those homes have begun to be searched.
Okay, let's talk a little bit more about the pilots. Exactly what parts of their backgrounds are investigators expected to be focusing on?
Well, Jim, investigators are looking at any psychological issues, any family issues. We don't know much about the two pilots right now. The older captain was 53 years old. He had joined Malaysia Airlines back in 1981. He was known as a family man, community-minded, a man who loved to fly and even had a flight simulator in his home. The younger co-pilot was 27 years old. He was said to be contemplating marriage, and he had just graduated to being certified to fly that Boeing 777 aircraft. No real red flags there, Jim, but investigators will be looking deeper.
Seth Doane in Kuala Lumpur, thank you.